All right, I'm here with Mike, one of the co-founders of Number 22 Bicycle, and we're here at Sea Otter. So he's going to walk us through some of his frames and builds and chat some bikes. So thanks, Mike.
Sounds great. So yeah, Number 22, we're a titanium frame builder based out of upstate New York. We do all of our fabrication completely in-house. We've got a team, we make around a bike a day, and yeah, our focus is on really special titanium bikes that have really great ride quality and are very forward-thinking as far as construction and features and finishes go. So we make a whole range. We have a part of that range here today. We offer road, gravel, track, mountain bikes. Here we've got, single speed. That's a fun one. So this is a new version of our track bike that we're just launching for Sea Otter.
Looks nice.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's our Little Wing is our track model, and we've been making that since we started as a brand. It's really been a core of what we do.
Okay.
And we've had requests for a lot of years for something with fatter tire clearance and that can run disc brakes. And so that's what we're showing here is this new disc brake version of the Little Wing.
Gotcha.
So
maybe we start from left to right then. And you said titanium, so no steel. This video is brought to you by Dib Sports. Rider-owned, rider-operated, Southern California. If you're in the market for some new apparel, please consider checking us out at dibsports.com. Feel free to leave a comment, hit the like button, consider subscribing. Thank you. Carbon, just strictly titanium, or do you have some?
We do some. We'll see a frame on the end that's a mix of tie and carbon. So tie is the backbone of all the frames that we build. But,
gotcha.
Yeah, we use carbon in certain applications for either ride quality tuning or weight tuning.
Okay.
Yeah, so this model at the end, this is our drifter. This is our gravel bike. This one's shown with, one of the neat features is our breakaway couplers. So we have our own coupler design where you can see a really faint seam in the frame, and we have one in the down tube and one in the top tube. And for travel, you can break the bike apart. So
this comes apart.
Yeah.
That's super clean.
So you can see we have a little version of it here. So in the tube, it's locked together in all axes, and then you undo a bolt in the bottom, and it comes apart.
I would have never had any idea looking at how clean. I had a Ritchie breakaway back in the day.
Oh, amazing! Yeah.
This looks a lot better.
Yeah, it's super stealthy.
No,
we designed it to be able to like take cables through for internal routing, so you can run your brake hose inside the frame.
Oh, wow.
And then we do a set of titanium fenders on this bike as well, which is just something.
So this is like a Road Plus?
Yeah. It's our gravel model, but the fenders are going to limit your tire clearance to about 35.
35, and then it's take 650 by...
yeah, without the fenders, you could run a 650 by 50, or a 700 by 47 or 48.
And this is your own fork, or is this another...
Yeah, it's our own fork as well.
Okay.
We do our own forks for all of our bikes. We sell the forks under the Number 6 brand to other frame builders as well, so you'll see them popping up in different places in the show.
Awesome.
So yeah, in this case, this is our gravel fork. It's a little bit shorter than a conventional gravel fork with pretty generous tire clearance.
Yep.
So as a frame builder, we like that the shorter height of the fork lets us, especially in smaller sizes, make a more aggressive handling bike without having just a super tall front end where you're driven by a really tall, standard cyclocross height front fork.
Gotcha. Looks great. Oh yeah. All right. Anything else to touch on this one? Like I said, I had no idea that this was I don't want to say breakaway because that's what comes in my mind. What do you call it?
Coupler.
Coupler. There you go.
Yeah.
Might be trademark finally down there. But,
awesome. That's probably it for the drifter.
It's called the drifter with a D.
The drifter. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Not grifter with a G. The drifter.
You guys do a great job with the finishing details. The colors and the attention to detail really stands out.
Thank you. Yeah. We do the finishes.
This one's a little dirty.
Exactly. So this one, currently this is being reviewed by gravel cyclists. So he's lent it back to us for the show. So we've got a few more bikes to display, and this one nice and dirty. So yeah, this is another drifter. This one just set up a little bit more pure gravel.
But this one is also take apart or no?
No.
So this one's not. So there's offered two configurations. You can have one take apart and one not.
It's an option. So we build all of our bikes to order. So whenever you get your bike, there's always a process where we're going to work with you for spec and finishing and certainly structural options like whether you want couplers or not.
Gotcha.
So the finishing you mentioned. So on all of our bikes we do a mix of, we have a whole range. We've got almost 40 finish options that are available. Most of these bikes, or all of these bikes, are shown with our Cerakote and anodized mix. So we have like some of the brighter colors, these are done in Cerakote, which is a really thin, super durable, really thin ceramic coating. And that has a pigment, so we get a whole range of colors that we can hit with Cerakote. And then some of the other sections, like the top two, is done in anodizing. And so anodizing on titanium is really unique, where we run an electric current through the frame, and depending on the voltage you run through it, different colors come through. So we have this one in gold, we've got bronzes, we do a whole range of blues and greens and pinks and purples. And
they're all a little unique.
Yeah. And
the bottom brackets are T47?
T47
great.
Almost all of them. Yeah, we
choice.
Dove in early on T47.
Yeah.
We were one of the first brands to really just commit to it.
Awesome.
It just seems like a great solution.
Yeah. So same bike for the most part, other than lack of the coupler feature.
Yeah, no couplers, no fenders on this one.
Yeah, but you could mount fenders on this if you wanted to?
Yeah. There's some hidden fender mounts in the backs of all our forks.
Yeah.
So we just tied them.
Gotcha. It's back there, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And then this one, this is a bit of a special one for us. So yeah, I mentioned this before, this is the Little Wing, which is our track bike. And here we've just made it a little bit more fun, where we've added disc brakes and clearance for fat tires. People like to call it like a track lacrosse bike. It's really track lacrosse.
Sounds like a type of dinosaur.
Yeah, that's the Traclosaurus is here.
So this is the same geo as your track frame, with the exception of widening it up to increase the tire size?
It's definitely modified.
Okay.
To be able to accommodate bigger tires. So we've got to run a longer chainstay, for example.
Of course, okay.
And here we're running, a fork that's going to be different rake for our...
I mean, the stiffness is compromised by increasing that width of the rear triangle a little bit?
A little bit. I think you'd have a pretty...
I guess you're working with titanium.
You'd have a pretty small impact on stiffness.
Okay.
A lot of the stiffness and ride quality is driven by tubing choices.
Okay.
Where, we're going to run really large diameter tubes throughout the frames.
Okay. People wouldn't buy this for stiffness anyways, but
especially the Little Wing is at very much the stiffer end of the spectrum. Where in track we're designing those bikes to be aggressive.
Yeah.
So they're bikes that want to be really responsive when you stand up and hammer on them. So ride quality is less of the focus in the track models, more of like it's got to be punchy, it's got to be fun.
Nice. I noticed this is internal as well as the other one that we were talking about previously here, but the first one had some external routed cables. So you got the K-Force, or not, SRAM Force on there. Whoops, I was thinking FSA.
Yeah. So we offer internal cable routing on basically any model that has cables, and so in order to do that, it's an option on any frame. So some people don't like internal cable routing, and we certainly don't. We build the bike for you, so we don't have to spec it either way. But on the bikes that we do run internal cable routing, we've developed our own 3D printed titanium stem.
Wow.
And it works with, we spec a special headset. We make our own forks, which have a port inside for the cable routing. We run a titanium headset with interlocking titanium spacers that key into our stem. So changing stack height is relatively easy. You don't need to re-bleed your brakes. You can just interlock some new spacers.
That's nice,
the stem itself it's super light. Because it's 3D printed, we can fill the inside with a whole lot of structure.
Okay.
And so there's a lattice inside of reinforcement. So the stiffness of the stem is amazing.
Nice.
For very, very lightweight.
This bike's super clean. Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
And obviously, this one over here, bike packing. Guess.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so we're a little drifter heavy in our lineup.
One of these rechargeable lights where it charges itself, right?
That's exactly right. So there's a dynamo front hub, and then we run the cable internally through the fork and pops out to charge or to power your front light. This bike, this is our adventure version of the drifter, so it's got even broader tire clearance. I think we're at 700 by 50 on this bike.
Wow. Monster truck tires.
You can fit a lot of rubber in it. And lots of accessory mounts. You've got mounts in the fork, extra mounts in the frame, top, bottom. Here we've had a custom frame bag made.
Oh,
so
nice.
It just bolts on, there's no straps.
Are these Cane Creek arms? Or?
That's exactly right. Yeah, they're Cane Creek E-Wings. And we refinish the cranks to match the finish of the bike. Because it's the same material, and so we can.
Nice. Very nice.
At the end is our Aurora, and that's one of our more aggressive road race models. And so, yeah, this is a customer bike that's, he's a young guy, very, very fast. He's going to be doing a lot of racing on it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we see a lot of the same features. So our 3D printed stem with fully internal cable routing.
I see that nice contrast of the ano with the, you know,
the Cerakote
fading and
for
the Cerakote.
tin.
Yeah. Now, is this seat post adjustable? And obviously that's carbon, correct? So.
Yeah. So this is one of the models where we mix carbon with tie. And so the way that we adjust the seat post height, this uses an ISP, an integrated seat post, or seat mast. So we size this for the rider, and then we have around just over 2 inches of vertical adjustment once it's been sized for you. So you can
so it's like a TCR or Propel SL.
Exactly. Yep. So you can cut to go down. Going up is a little more difficult. But very much made to size.
Beautiful.
So it's a neat option. It saves some weight because you don't have the overlapping material of a seat post inside a seat tube. So it's a lighter setup. And the thing that we really like is it lets us tune the ride quality, where you can
get some of that compliance.
Exactly. Yeah. A specific layup on this carbon tube that really helps you make sure it's comfortable with the saddle for what is otherwise a very stiff, aggressive riding bike.
Yeah. Looks great. And if people wanted to find out more information, your website is?
It's 22bicycles.com.
22bicycles.com. All right. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time.
Amazing. Thank you.